Welcome to section 4, mindset blockers. Well, I'll go over some of the most common limiting beliefs that stop engineers from producing content and show you why they're not true. So the top 3 mindset blockers I hear from engineers are, I'm too boring, I'm not in FANG, and I don't have enough authority. All 3 of these statements are false, and I'll debunk each of these in turn, starting with I'm too boring. I have never actually met an engineer who's too boring to build a personal brand around. It simply does not exist. And that includes you. Every time I meet someone who says that they're too boring, when I ask them a couple questions about their life experiences and what they're interested in, suddenly all these interesting things come out about them that they can build a personal brand around. So it's probably not that you're too boring, but that you don't even realize how many interesting things you have to say. So for an example, Benjamin Lin is my cousin, and a few months ago, I asked him why he didn't invest more into building his own personal Benjamin Lin brand. And his response was that my life is too boring. This is a guy who was Microsoft, Uber, and Netflix TPM. He's lived in Seattle, LA, and the Bay Area. He's an MBA student at UCLA, a homeowner, and he even sold a company on microacquire.com. Yet he told me that he was too boring. I have a feeling that you're probably just like Benjamin Lin, where you're actually very interesting and you just don't realize it. So if Ben can make this mistake, then I have a feeling you probably could too. I know at this point you're probably going to say, okay, well, Ben is actually a very interesting person. He just didn't realize it, whereas I'm truly boring. So to show you how even that shouldn't stop you, I want to give the example of Nito Souji. So Nito is a game developer in Japan, and in Japan he's what they call a hikikomori, which is sort of like a shut-in in that he rarely ever leaves the house and he doesn't interact much with outside society. He admits that he's been a shut-in for over 10 years, which they call the hikikomori in Japan, and he's even been indoors for so long that he's actually worn through the carpets underneath his chair because he's been rolling around in the same spot for so long. Yet this guy, just by documenting his life as a hikikomori, has managed to accumulate over 32,000 subscribers on YouTube. So unless you're telling me that you do less than a Japanese hermit, then that's no excuse to prevent you from creating content. In fact, at 32,000 subscribers, he has more followers than me, so maybe he should be teaching this course.